Chamgeitab Kalenzina mang'ung'oi tugul ole imite koibaibai ak ikere ketesiet nebo Kass TV itagat eng tetutietab Kass Mashinani kigurena Jacqueline Arusei. Eng Kass Mashinani keibun logoiwek chetesetai eng emet. Ibwat ile mitei sirikchok chebo logoiwek eng counties cheterter kotesetai kosubi logoiwek ako notok kebendi keibun tugul kou oleu kong'ete studio. Kitaune logoichotok kole kakotestai komong'e kandoik kobun Central Kenya akokoito somet eng kandoikab bolatet koker kole kaimuch kokonyit kandoinatetab emet ak koamda logoiwek cheibu kalyetab ak kibagenge. Kondochin MP nebo Ndia George Kariuki kokamwa kole nyalu eng kandoik eng nguni kobois eng kibagenge ak koistoegei terchinosiekwak eng mwaet kole wendi notok kotoreti ngolo eng ibunetab bandab tai eng emetab Kenya.
Mwenye ako na akili kidogo anaongea juu ya watu wengine, lakini mwenye ako na akili kubwa kama Kibaki alikuwa anaongea mambo ya development, anaongea mambo ya health na anaongea mambo ya infrastructure. Wewe kama unataka kutuongoza hapa Mount Kenya, tafadhali simama mbele ya kamera, angalia hiyo kamera, ambia watu mimi nataka kuinua maisha yenu kupitia hii njia, kupitia hii sera na kupitia hizi programs. Hiyo ndio itawasaidia. Ama kelele itawasaidia? Mnataka kelele ama maendeleo? Mtu akisimama mbele yenu, wacha aige mfano wa Mwai Kibaki. Wacha atuambie vile atatusaidia. Na akituambia vile atatusaidia sisi tutasikia. Lakini ukisimama mbele ya watu, wewe mambo yako kuongea tu ni juu ya wengine, hapo nataka kusema umepoteza line na umeteremusha standard ya watu wa Mount Kenya. Sisi tulikuwa na mzee Kenyatta mwenye alianzilisha hii nchi. Na kuanzilisha nchi sio kitu ya kufanyika na mtu hana akili kubwa. Akatupatia foundation ya hii nchi. Tukaenda kwa Kibaki huyo nimesema. Alafu tukaenda kwa Uhuru Kenyatta. Hao wote ni watu wa akili kubwa kuongea maendeleo. Si Uhuru Kenyatta ametutengenezea hii barabara? Si barabara ni Uhuru ametengeneza? Sasa kama Uhuru angekuwa anapiga kelele, hii barabara tungepata? Sasa hatutaki kutoka level ya Kenyatta 1, tutoke level ya Kibaki, tutoke level ya Uhuru, alafu sasa tuteremuke tuanze kama mambo ya kuongea siasa zenye hazina chochote. Hatutaki empty rhetoric. Tunataka uongee na watu vile utawasaidia. Na mimi nataka munikubalie, niungane na Wakenya wengine, niungane na viongozi wengine, hata pale bunge, ndio tuweze kuzunguka hii nchi yetu, hii Mount Kenya, tuongee na watu wetu, tuwaambie, tuangalie uongozi. Ama mnataka nikae hapa tu? Nizunguke, nisizunguke? Wangapi wanasema JK zunguka? Nizunguke, nitembee hii Mount Kenya. Next Sunday nitakuwa mahali ingine kule Rift Valley. Nimeinvitiwa na area member of parliament wa hapo. Sasa tukienda hivyo tutaambia watu wetu, wacha tukue na alternative voice. Tusikie sauti ingine, tusisikie sauti moja tu ya matusi na marumbano na mambo ingine chafu ya kurushania maneno. Wacha tusikie sauti ingine. Na mimi nataka kuwasihi sisi sana sisi wakaaji wa Mlima Kenya. Mnajua hapa tumekuwa na viongozi wameongoza hii eneo na pia wameongoza hii nchi. Moja wa hao viongozi ni kiongozi Mwai Kibaki aliyeaga na alituongoza vizuri sana. Si mnakumbuka hata wakati aliondolewa
Kakotestai kokimit Commissioner General nebo kibagengeit nebo kayumetab aisurusiek nebo KRA Humphrey Watanga kole tesetai kibagengeit notok teleljin kayumetab aisurusiek eng emet nebo KRA kokimiti tetutik chebo boisietab muswoknatetab kasari kosubkei ak Watanga kotokyingei koker kole kaimuch koliti tetutik tugul chetinyegei ak boisietab muswoknatetab kasari eng kayumetab aisurusiek koret agenge nebo komuktechi kibagengeit notok kotesak kaitetab aisurut neyumi eng kenyit age tugul.
It's a fairly straightforward point. Without revenue, there is no state. It's not a unique trait of Kenya. I'm talking globally. And it's not just in current times. Even in the time of Jesus, those of you who read either the Bible or the Quran, you'll have noticed where the citizen is being encouraged to finance the state. Because without taxes, there is no state. And I'll come back to this point as I finish my remarks. The second thing that is also perhaps not as obvious to all of us in the Republic is that KRA, or perhaps let me be more specific, when we say customs, it is customs and border control. And border control is a security function about what and who comes to this republic and what it means for the safety of the citizens of this republic. I said to you again, without these functions, there is no state. So it's a profound honor for me, and I think for all of us, to be here to celebrate 30 years of KRA, 3 decades of remarkable service and commitment to building our nation and its future. It's a wonderful milestone, but it's not just about the institution itself. It's about the extraordinary men and women who breathe life into KRA every single day. And reflecting on that journey, we must take pride in the milestones achieved by successive cycles of leadership. From the secretariat that Winnie has so eloquently described, through the transformation to automated systems, to current work at digital transformation. And each era has left legacy, and legacy of progress. Over these years, each board, each commissioner general, each leadership team has contributed to the KRA we see today. An institution that is resilient, that is adaptive, that is central to Kenya's economic stability. As we were in the holding room, Dr. Susan Koech, the Deputy Governor of the Central Bank, reminded us the relationships, the economic relationships, that to finance the affairs of the state every year, our Cabinet Secretary and government depends on the outcomes of KRA.
Honor our shared contributions and chart the course for a greater future. Since its establishment in 1995, KRA has carried the critical responsibility of mobilizing government revenue, safeguarding compliance with tax laws, and promoting a transparent, fair, and efficient tax administration system in Kenya. Over the last 30 years, this mandate has translated into significant contributions to the country's economic stability, public financial management, and our national development. When KRA was established in 1995, revenue collection stood at 122 billion Kenya shillings. 30 years later, we proudly celebrate the growth of that collection to over 2.5 trillion, a reflection not only of institutional resilience, but also of the unwavering commitment of taxpayers, stakeholders who have worked with us on this journey, and more so our staff. We have proven that it is possible to cultivate economic independence when we all play our part and contribute our fair share of taxes. Ladies and gentlemen, in the formative years of KRA, tax administration was characterized by manual processes, from multiple queues at the customs long room, numerous paperwork, duplication of forms, snaking lines at Times Tower, and agents who were constantly roaming the queues with a promise of faster processing if you met a certain criteria. The processes then were somehow designed to curtail access to KRA environment, and in fact, a person who knew someone at KRA was esteemed among peers because Serikali was actually Sirikali. This was our reality until financial year 2014-15, when we made a bold stride towards automation that anchored our digitization era. The introduction of iTax, Integrated Customs Management System, ICMS, and other subsystems substantially transformed and aligned KRA's compliance approach to engender facilitation rather than the traditional focus on enforcement. From a revenue perspective, it's in this period that we crossed the 1 trillion mark after collecting 1.069 trillion shillings in revenue compared to a collection of 964 billion in the previous year. By the year 2020, our modernization efforts gradually transitioned into an ambitious strategic direction, one that was keen to mobilize revenue through tax simplification, technology-driven compliance, and tax-based expansion. We were building on previous gains while managing unforeseen challenges like the COVID-19 pandemic. This notwithstanding, we were able to cross the 2 trillion mark in financial year 2021-2022 after collecting 2.031 trillion in revenues compared to a collection of 1.669 trillion in the previous financial year, again demonstrating the resilience and promise of the Kenyan economic ecosystem. New business models, cross-border transactions, and rapid digital innovations demand an agile, modern, and collaborative approach to tax governance. KRA's digital transformation is therefore premised on a digital-first approach where technology becomes an enabler of tax compliance. At the heart of this journey is a bold commitment to reimagine the tax administration in line with the principles of OECD's Tax Administration 3.0. This model calls for a shift from traditional transactional approaches to a seamless, data-driven, and taxpayer-centric ecosystem, one where compliance is built on the very fabric of everyday life and business.
Kagusam kanetindet nebo sugulit barak nebo Kenyatta Dr. Benjamin Kosgei kanetik cheechen eng sugulishekab secondary ak primary komat kotyakta kipsomaninik koba icheket kosubkei ak chepkondok chebo capitation chekokokake. Ama Dr. Kosgei kole tinye inendet kamangunet kole bendi kotyaktoi serikali chepkondok chotok eng ngomalo. Kaboisie kasarata kosam kipsomaninik chokochut sugulishekab barak kotebi icheket eng oret nemie akoistoege peer pressure asikotestai ak somanet nenywa eng oret nekararan.
Ngalekab capitation koko mi delay kidogo serikali, lakini namache kemuitechi serikali tinye panganutik chemiach serikali nenyon, ako very soon ke release capitation nebo sugulishek. So principals amache amuite matonu lagok kobwa gaa because on ndabwone gaa lagok komami kit nenyokoibe ngamun kokoib chotos chekokoib last week kongeyote sugul. So akamache principals oboisie mechanism age nemakiwone lagok koba gaa. Imuche kebirchi sigindet konyo, imuche ongalal ak sigindet ole mi kouni ak kouni ibangandoige ano, so siketestai kounoniton. Lakini ot keonu lagok kityo konyokobur en gaa ako prepareni koyai mtihani chebo form 4 komakitoret, kokeyat sugul. Amache sigik kokilgei, ot komi rabisiek chekeliponi chebo school fees amache ikilgei ak ibangange. Imuche okoshine ak headmaster anan ko principal ilipan kidogo kidogo. By the end of the term kokaitar. Keu lagok inguni ako kimi third term ko makosa neo nea. Especially chebo form 4 che prepareni koyai mtihani. Mamache keu lagok. So bangange sigindet. Bangange ak iwe sukul ak iarorugei. Ako yon iwendi sukul ilaige komie, ilach suit komie, ot kot kometinye suit isom suit ak inyoru principal. Ko ngokerin principal kokere kole ii chito manany nemuchegei. Ing'ololji principal ile atinye chechu en wikinon ko koroibu chu en arawanan ko karatar. Matikany kot keon lagok. Ko ng'olyot netai ko nyokokilgei amat kosib ng'alekab peer pressure en university, especially first years. Amache amwochi alenji mi kit nekosoru en university. Wan asoman akosoman. Bakach ng'alek chechang chebo peer pressure ak ng'alek chekisibi biik ak lagok alak chemakingen kele litono atebenywan. So lagok kyok tugul chebo kolenjin chekobwa university chebo first year amache okilgei akonyosoman. University ko makiribe chi en university. Inye neiketegei inyegen. Number 2, amache amwochi sigik chekomut lagok kobwa university ak chetakomuti lagok. Kit netai nenyolu inai sigindet ko inai ile menye ano lakweng'ung. Kokwo komenye ano lakweng'ung ako menye ng'o. Number 3, komoe inai ole lecturer agenge ak iib nambaisiek. Kot komenye lakweng'ung sang inai ile menye ano. Kit age amache sigik tugul sikorutechi lagok en university. Amache korutechi lagok en university sigik. Matobwat ole kokoechekitu lagochoto ana kokoik biik che echen imuche kotegemeanengei. Takomengech lagocho. So amache asom ale atkai tugul omekena visit ana obwan university onyoker lagok ak oker ele testoitai. Moe kiaploenchi lagok mi bursaries chechang chebo lagocho. Mi help, higher education loan board, mi ng'alekab bursaries, mi bursaries chebo president, mi bursaries chebo governor, mi bursaries chebo MP, chang rabisiek chemuche kikochi lagocho. So matobwat ole mami rabisiek chekimuche ketoreten lagochoniton. And then yon ichozoni kora formisiekab lagochoto inai ile yon ichozoni for funding ko matisir ile you are a farmer. Kere systemit kole farmer ko chito neo kosir ot a lecturer. So amae sir ile mami kit neyoe sikor kinde bandit lakwet nenyoru rabisiek.
Koibet sabenyi kipsomaniat nebo grade 9 kobun sukulitab Seventh Day Adventist Boarding School eng taonitab Narok yekongonyoru kanyaiset eng sipitalitab Narok Referral Hospital. Eng logoiyat kobun police kokonyor logoichotok tinyegei kipsomaniandanotok bo grade 9 kobun sukulitab Seventh Day Adventist kele kitindoi kakotunosiek cheechen eng katinyi ole kokimut konyor kanyaiset eng sipitalitab Narok County Referral Hospital kobate koibet sabenyi inendet. Kotinygei ak notok ko kakonam police chi agenge ne ole wendi kotoreti police eng chikilisiet kaikaita kurset sigik koboto meng'ik eng taonitab Narok nebo keyai chikilisiet nebo barak kotinygei ak yautionotok.
Jina naitwa wananiita Beatrice. Mtoto wangu anasoma hapa shule. Kuna grade 3 na grade 6. Sasa chanzo hatujui kama ni uombi ya kanisa inaleta hii shida ama ni uombi ya shule. Kenya tunataka watusaidie, watuambie caretaker uko wapi na matron yako wapi na watchman alikuwa wapi huyu mtoto akiuliwa. Tunataka tu watuambie ukweli na watuambie huyu mtoto alikosea nani. Mama yake amekosea nani. Wanapeleka mtoto kwa joo wanachinja kama kuku. Wanatoa kwa joo wanasungusa nyuma ya kanisa. Ndio wakapeleka kwa domu. Na kitu ingine walimtoa acha hapa kwa shule bila kuripoti serikali ndio wakapeleka mojeli. Hiyo tu ndio nataka watuambie. Tunataka tu haki itendeke kupitia huyu mtoto. Mama yake hana kitu, hana uwezo yoyote. Tumemwacha huko akilia. Hana uwezo, hana mwenye anamtetea hata mmoja. Mpiganie tu haki kama watu. Huyu mama apate haki yake na haki itendeke.
Mimi kwa majina naitwa Wilfred Kerima. Ni mkaaji wa hapa Narok. Pia ni mzazi wa hii shule ambao ni Narok SDA. Sasa tumehuzunika asubuhi ya leo kupata kiza kuwa mtoto ambaye ni mtoto mdogo kuweza kutolewa ndani ya dom, kupelekwa kwa choo na kuweza kuchinjwa kama mbuzi. Hiyo kiza imetusangasha sana. Lakini tukiangalia hii shule, kitu ya kwanza haina security. Kusema ukweli, security haina hii shule kabisa. Watoto wanafaa kukua boarding kwa sababu ukiangalia, ukitoka hapo kwa gate uangalie compound mzima jinsi mazingira iko, haifai watoto wetu wadogo wanakaa hii shule. Hakuna lights, hakuna security ya kutosha. So kitu ambacho tunataka hii shule ifungwe. Kama wanataka security, serikali iweze kutusaidia, security iweze kutimizwa katika hii shule, ndio watoto wetu waweze kurejea shuleni wasome. Kama itawezekana, tuhamishe watoto waende shule zingine ambapo mahali tutapata security.
Kwa majina naitwa Esther Mbaka. Mimi ni jirani ya huyu mtoto, tunaishi tumelea huyu mtoto pamoja na wazazi wake. Tuko kijiji moja. Huyu mtoto wetu tumejua ako shule, ako salama. Lakini imekuwa ni kushangaa sana, maana tunaitiwa asubuhi kwamba mtoto amehaga na hatujui kwa njia amehaga ni tatanishi kabisa. Tumefika huko moja kuangalia mtoto amekatwa shingo. Walimu wenyewe ndio wamempeleka mpaka huko moja wamehepa, hatujaelewa chenye kinaendelea. Kwa hivyo tunataka haki yetu itendeke, watueleze mtoto ameuliwa, amekatwa na nini, ndio haki itendeke, tupate amani. Mama ako huko analia, tumemwacha hapo, baba ako mbali, mama ameteseka nao watoto ameng'ang'ana. Kwa hivyo shule ituelezee mtoto amehaka aje.
Kwa majina naitwa John Momanyi, Sub-County Police Commander Narok Central. With me is the Sub-County Criminal Investigations Officer, Mr. William Ndirangu, and Mr. John Thuo, who is my deputy here. We want to confirm that yesterday indeed we had an incident whereby we received information of a 9-year-old pupil from one of the schools within Narok Township, that is Narok SDA Primary School, where it was reported that the kid or the pupil had been found with injuries, and when the boy was rushed to Narok County Referral Hospital, unfortunately he succumbed. We want to take this opportunity to convey our message of condolences to the bereaved family. In addition, we want to confirm that indeed we have one suspect in our custody, and the suspect will be arraigned in court. The matter is still under investigation, and we believe that the law will take its course. We also want to ask the members of the public to maintain calm, even as the issue is being investigated, so that they stop taking the law into their own hands. This is particularly when some few members tried to set up ablaze or to touch the buildings or the premises of that school. Let them maintain calm, and justice will be served. Thank you.
Kachutugi tabayen kipchulyo kangelelchine tabashet nebo isuldae kiboitinik cheboisien sukulitab barak nebo Moi University ole kosubkei kibagengeitab WASU kotomo kobit koshinet age tugul ak tononjinetab sukulinotok eng nebo kowong akoityi koshinet.
Wikitab aeng kipchulyo eng kangelelchinetab boisiet kobun kiboitinik chotok boisie eng sukulitab barak noto nebo Moi University ole kosubkei ak nebo ngecheret eng kibagengeitab WASU Moi University chapter Richard Okero kotomo koityi kamanut tononjinetab sukulinotok magetab kabit oret noto nebo siretab kayanjinet noto nebo return to work formula.
The strike that was called on 20th last month is still on in Moi University. Moi University academic staff are still on strike. Reason being, after we had deliberated on the various issues last year for over 3 months strike, we came with an agreement and signed a return to work formula. That return to work formula has been discarded by the Moi University Council. That is why, as academic staff members, because the issues that brought that strike to an end on the 30th November last year, 2024, have been discarded. We are where we were last year. As we are talking, the Moi University staff is still not having a medical scheme.
Kamwa icheket kole agoi nguni ko kenyisiek 7 amakiyokto rabinik chotok chebo pension scheme kou notok komaisuldoe boisionik kwak kosubkei ak kaimutik chotok.
Members of Moi University who have retired from June, they are yet to get their pension. Reason being, their pension has never been remitted. They have been deducted for now over 7 years. No pension has been remitted to our scheme. Last year when we began the strike, and which ran for 3 months, the university committed itself to start paying gross salary and start remitting. And indeed, when that strike ended, they remitted the pension from September last year up to March this year. I want to notify the public, we are very ready to work. Lecturers want to continue working. The students have reported. We have no issue, we want to start teaching. Moi University, we do it very well. That is why students are coming. However, we want to ask that the management and the council of Moi University moves with the speed to implement the return to work formula as agreed last year, such that it can enable all of us to swing into action, continue delivering, and we teach our students.
Mwae icheket kole kokotestai konyor kamuiset kiboitinik alake kosubkei ak netesetai kangelelchinetab boisiet kobate mwae icheket kole maikochin icheket kosich kaiweisiet age tugul.
The National Secretary General has requested the Ministry of Education directly through the CS to convene an urgent meeting so that the issues of Moi University are sorted out. Issue number two, using the union intelligence, we are aware that some academic members of staff are receiving latent threats that if they don't attend to duty, they will be terminated. We are assuring our members that no such thing is going to take place, because for the union is to fight for your surety of service terms at workplace.
I received one. So when my colleague spoke, he spoke about what is happening. Yeah, the employer is threatening staff, but we are saying we are not bulging. Yeah, we are on this until we get that demand addressed.
Kong'etika taunetab Eldoret eng county nebo Uasin Gishu, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Isaac Kogei.
Kotai boisiet County Executive Committee members chebo urerioshek neranik ak ICT Robert Kemei koboto Mrs. Janet Kurgat nebo Public Service Management betushek chengeringen kityo kong'ete kitorori icheket eng boroinwechoto, komwa kandoichoto kole chobotin kosuldae boisionik konamgei ak kayumisutik koityi biikab emet.
Kong'ololi ak keteshoni kasarta noto nebo handing over konom ofisisiek chotok kokikoch komwa CCM noto nebo Public Service Management Mrs. Janet Kurgat koboto CCM noto nekonomu department notok ne inendet ko CEC nebo rabinik Mika Rogony kole bendi kosuldoi boisionik konamgei ak magutikab biikab county nebo Uasin Gishu.
Awekchi kongoi waziri nekokanam boisiet Mika Rogony kokwai boisiet nekararan eng department ako kakokona inendet mandate kong'eteke rani atestai eng boisionik ak panganutik chekomeyo. Awekchini kongoi mising inendet ako kakokonech hakikisho kole malo inendet eng achek sikoborwech oret ak kokonech bandab tai nebo boisionik chekotesetai eng ofisini. Ak ameche amwochi biikab Uasin Gishu County alenji kou ye kocham aitoi boisionik eng olin bo gaa, chekocham aitoi boisionik eng olin bo sang, chekocham keyoe chebo boisionikab emet ak chebo kanisa ak chebo families ak community. Asome ale yatat ofisini ko ofising'wong, ofisit nebo boisionik chebo chitugul. Akaribishani biik tugul alenjin karibu nyikepchei boisionik okonu maoni anan ko maswali alak tugul. Ongen akwe kole ofisini ko ofisit ne mi katikati nebo boisionikab county government chebo Uasin Gishu. Kemi tayari kekonok maoni, kewalu tebut age tugul ak kobwa akikwek amu yatotin kurgotik yatat Uasin Gishu County Government eng chitugul ako yatat ofisitab Public Service Management.
Mwae icheket kole boisiet neo komache kosuldae koro kole kakimuch kekanapta kiboitinik chotok mitei ng'ony koityi boroinwek chotok chemiachen anan promotions.
Nebo aeng komi tuguk chekokimuch kesuldae eng wakati when I was acting amu inget ile governor ninyo kochome ng'alekab kiboitinik mising, ribe yotok mising. Ko kingekona aktan kolecho une study the promotion pattern kong'ete kitoi devolution akoi nguno. So keker ng'alechotok tugul ak kekochi recommendation kelechi mi biik cheite 1,421 chekitomo konyor promotion kong'ete komi katar kenyisiek 10, 12, 13 alake amanyor promotion. Keyai that analysis ak kerecommendani ako kipromoten kunoto. Nguno kora kemi ketesetai ako amwachi mheshimiwa Janet CC nenyon aleji takot makat keyai further analysis amu kikon direction governor kole toyai analysis makan sure kole ngipkotore tamenyi netai kokakepromoten wafanyikazi tugul chemi Uasin Gishu based on the available resources. So kimi keyai in a structured and in a phased way. So kamwachi the new CC ale iro yoto.
Kaboisie kasarata kocher kiboitinikab serikalitab county noton nebo Uasin Gishu kole bendi konyoru boisionik kobun tuget nelel nebo konyoiset noton nebo AAR.
Ko kibe the new medical cover kiyai kampunit nekile AAR. Eko AAR ko tier 1, is a tier 1 insurance cover. Kimeche kele kanyor wafanyikazi chechoket services chebun tier 1 insurance cover. Cover na new kotebe big maswali koleno ngune why are we not covered here and there. Ko kikur the service provider agwake program nikiago sub counties sikemwachi all our staff, the almost 5,000, the oleu the AR cover simabit any confusion.
En kasarata ko kaimuch kotoi boisienyi CCM nelel noton nebo ureriosiek ak ICT Robert Kemei nekayamis akine kosuldaetab boisionik chotok chebo neranik ak ureriosiek eng serikalitab county nebo Uasin Gishu. Kong'eteke taonitab Eldoret eng county nebo Uasin Gishu, logoiwekab emet chebo Kass, kainenyu ko Isaac Kogei.
Kokotestai konyor kelchin neo mising kabatik chebo Chepsion kobun kabatisietab bandek ole tesetai icheket konyorune kelchin ko mung'aret. Arutechi icheket sirindenyo nebo logoiwek Robert Siele akoibwech report neisubi.
Kongoi mising studio nebo Kass TV en nguni kemiten ak agenge en temik kobun county nebo Kericho ole ameche sikobit kwarorwech komwochi inendet kole tos une itondo nebo kolset ak kabatisiet mising ko nebo bandek en komosita ole ameche sikobit komwochi kole tos ne kit nekikochi komeng'ikab komosi kotekyi kabatisiet neibchin kelchinoik tos bo mung'aret anan tos amitwogik kichopchingei icheket. Itakatik kizinoto nebo Kass TV en betutab raini mangen ale kikuren ng'o taunen kainet ako kokwoni kekuren ako tos boisiet neyoe ko ne.
Kongoi mising. Ane kekuren Philip Kemboi ameng'indetab Lamayat Chepsion. Alen amang'u ale ingen akobo kaikerchi kakinye kit neu bandek en imbar. En echek keteme bandechu, kikole bandek chebo commercial ak alak ko chekiome. Ko amun en kolsoni ko koruryo bandek mi komie oeng kere ele kertoi mbili. Ko kokitoretok en kenyini ng'alekab
mongen ale en kasartab nekit kenyit aeng anan kenyisiek aeng chekokosirto ko kimiten kaimutik. Tos kikona kaimetab kasarta nekioboisie? En
kenyini konye ko kimakomi bandek moroisi ko kiyachen keswek anan ko kimbolea kokororon mbolea togu kele kokororon keswek chekokinyoru en kenyini ak mbolea chekokororon.
Ana komiten ng'alalet neo kot mising koikasen ain korutechi serikali akobo kocheken tos kit neu chagosiek chebo serikali. Tos ikere ile kakwautik kimuch koib serikali mising konyorunetab katoldoleiwek ko agenge en ortinwek anan chekere ile kimuch kokon akwalet?
En kenyini konye ko kikisore mbolea nelelo ko kinan itite chagosiek komami, lakini en betutab ra kobwa ne baka stoisiek ab chesinende ko komokolole kokibune kinakebe store bekerop line komakinyoru kora kele kakobek ko ngunon kokinyoru ne komie mbolea.
So mon kasarta ne mara kakekol bandek en nguno kakochang'a kokol chitugul niker en kokwet tugul niker baka bitet royono ikere ile komin biik bandek ko imeng'indet anan ko itemindetab komosi tos menyoru arogenet age tugul ile imuch tun kobet alyetab bandek kochorgei ngamun kakochang'a ko mara ko ng'weny market ngamun tindoi chitugul?
Ko maarogechini alen ng'wan koba ng'weny anan kotokostai amun mi kora serikali kotoretech kora amun konu serikali alyetab bandek makiarogeni. Kit netai nekiboiboichini koron ko kebiyosen.
Tos ne kurseng'e serikali en kasarta nekitokyingei nguni kora kolset en kenyit nenyone?
Amache awekyi kongoi korok serikali. Netai ngunon ko asub kabisa akobo temisioni ko kokokimit serikali en temisiet kotokyigei ne matkobit rarunet age tugul nebo amitwogik. Okere ot bandiat sele korurto kole tuta mekere ker bandiat kole tuta bandiat ko ngunon kingen kele wekyingei ng'echerani arap Ruto kou kasir bandiat inendet ko mami arogenet age tugul neketindoi.
Tos ikertoi ano serikalitab county nebo Kericho kotinygei ak kakimitetab temik mising ko en sectors alak manebo bandek icheken? Tos ikere ile kikorikyi temik anan achon kebeberwek chemakat tot kikimit asikere ile kimuch kerikyi temindet?
Kimach koloit county government en temisioni. Ngunon echek ko kitiengei kityo kitiengei ngeib ngunon ngeyai kele kakiib ngunon en kobwa store bandek kibekyolen yoton lakini mamiten matom kochut orit inei county government en temisioni.
Tos ile ne kotinga kalitetab siret aldaetab kunet agenge nebo bandek ko tos omoe kongetune siling ata asiker le komuch konyoru kelchinoik ako chopchi kora kolset en tayan kibendi.
Kasoman serikalit kotoretech kabisa serikali ak kwalwech bandek en 3,000 kekere komaya toretech en ngalekab school fees ak ngalek chechang chekimokyinige.
Tos ne tugun chemakakat kikimiten sekta nebo kabatisiet mising ko en temisietab bandek?
Kongoi mising bandek en sai yekon kochut kecherani William Samoei Arap Chirchir. So ikere bandiat ile kokisi bandek cheakere ale mami rubet en tai refu. So kimwoe kongoi ako ikere koikilgei chitugul akomin bandek ako kikimwa kongoi amun kiibwech phosphate korik. So kiindewech phosphate chekile Chepseon market. So kikinyoru phosphate nekiakere kityo ale ki ngalekab CN kora chekiyoche kotakoibwech. So buch inne kemwoini kongoi kora PS nebo temisioni.
So en nguni kora kotam kebeberta neo kesome biikab emet kotokyigei kolsetab tugun alak kabatisiet mising ko kediversifyen kabatisiet. Ko imeng'indetab komasi ko tos ne kursen koityi alak en temik ak cherset nemara itindoi kotinygei ak kabaraisetab kabatisiet taban nebo bandek icheket?
Kawat nguni kora kokoko beit nekararan. Akere serikalit ale kotokyechi ine komostab temisiet asikekun biik chekanyor amitwogik ak kenyoru school fees. Kere en komostab kawek ikose ile kokwo barak. So en komosinyon ine komakimine chaik, kimine kawek ak bandek. So nguni kitinye ak kemwa kongoi mi chi nekikuren Stano. Ko kikotoretech en ngalekab kawek kora kosibwech inendet kotuton abenyoru kokonin kawek situn yebut kokonin ilipan kabatisiet ko kit nekoketokyigei ako kokecham en serkalini ebe William Ruto. So en nguni ak mheshimiwa nekitinye kora ikere ile kitokyigei ngalekab kawek mheshimiwa Cheroro. So ko kitokyigei ngalekab kawek akine. Nguni en county kesoben PSO inege makitinye cheiyoptoi kanetisiet nebo agriculture. So kele kaisoben national inege.
Kongoi.
Kongoi
mising. So choton ko alak en temik mising chekamuch kong'ololchi ketisioni kon kebeberta nebo Chepseon en kipkelionist en county nebo Kericho ole kamwa icheket kole taban nebo kolsetab bandek kotiengei kora kawek kole moche icheket kikimit akanapta kanetisiet korikyi icheket ak walet mising en sekta noton nebo kabatisiet kechikil alyetab bandek asikotestai konyor icheket kelchinoik. Kaikas kakoito kurset ak somet mising koityi serikalitab county nebo Kericho koker kole kaimuch kotoi tetutik ak kokimit tetutik chebo korikyi temik asikomuch kosuldaen boisionikwak komo kaimut age tugul. Kakosam kora serikalit neo nebo national government koker kole kaimuch kochikil ak korib alyetab bandek asikonyor icheket alyet nekararan ak en beit nenyumnyum kot mising asimabun kewelutik ak kaimutik en oret age tugul. So ngeten kebeberta noton nebo Lemayat nemiten en Chepseon county nebo Kericho tuche noton nebo Kass TV kainenyun ko Robert Sile testai iker Kass TV amun kipnotet naet.
Chitab kalenjin tesetai tetutietab Kass Mashinani eng studio kibun logoiwek chetesetai eng emet kobate ameche kenyoru logoiyat kong'ete studio ak yekiwege nyeketuye ak chesang karo kong'alale akobo kelchinoik chenyoru biik chetinye kewelutik eng borwekwak kobun serikalitab Kenya Kwanza.